Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, if you hear the sound of my voice, I'm going to do a little presentation on this supercar that's gaining a lot of attention with Lexus, hopefully for the right reasons. And of course, I put a lot of work and effort into it. This is 10 years in the making right here, folks. If you put that into perspective, Lexus has only been around for a little over 20 years, and about half that time was spent behind closed doors developing this, researching this, and putting an enormous amount of effort and money to get this out to you. So I'm very pleased and happy to announce that this is actually not a concept vehicle at all. It's not a prototype. This is an actual production model. Sad news is we're only going to hand build 500 of these, so this is a great opportunity to see this in person. To actually see one of these on the road, it's going to be a pretty rare sighting because only a few handful of people are going to get it. Out of the 500 worldwide market, only about a third are coming to the United States. About 170 are coming to the United States. And as far as for the 500, once the 500 are built, sadly, we're never going to build another one of these ever again. So, great opportunity to see it. What took us 10 years to make this? Well, this is a very, very expensive car to make. Believe me when I tell you, it's very, very expensive. And here's a few reasons why. 65% of this entire vehicle is made out of carbon fiber, nautical grade, reinforced polymer. Anything that you see painted red is more or less carbon fiber, including the A-pillar frame right here. 9 times out of 10, all vehicles are made out of steel. This support system, the A-pillar frame, this is pure carbon fiber for us, as well as the tub of the cocoon. This, folks, is called the LFA. It stands for Lexus Fuji Apex. Fuji, Japan, there's a raceway, Fujimoto Raceway, is where we tested this vehicle and where we got the numbers to present to you. And Apex just simply means top of the mountain, the highest, the pinnacle, the Mount Everest, so to speak, of anything achieved. And this is certainly the top of the mountain in terms of our Lexus vehicle. This is not your grandfather's Lexus or your grandmother's Lexus anymore. And we are heading in this direction, starting with the GS, the CT, the LFA, or Lexus Fuji Apex. So what makes it a supercar? Underneath the hood, this is our first V10 we've ever produced. I know there's other engines out there that are V10, there's a V12, even a V16 if you can imagine that, but we're very happy with this engine because it's naturally aspirated, which means there's no turbo, there's no supercharged. It's just a natural V10 engine, 4.8 liters in design. And this engine, though it's a V10, 4.8, it has 10 individual throttle bodies, 40 valves made out of pure titanium. It's about the size of a small V8 and probably weighs about as much as a V6. And keep in mind that this is a V10. I'm going to pop the hood open for you folks here. There you go. 552 horsepower, naturally aspirated right out of the gate. We put a governor or a limit of how fast this engine will take you, and hopefully it's fast enough. Certainly it would be. Top speed is 202 miles an hour. If you want to do 0 to 60, you can in just 3.6 seconds, and a quarter mile at 11.7. Believe me, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds is really, really fast. With that kind of speed and that kind of power, from 0 to full acceleration, there are 1.5 Gs being pressed down onto this vehicle, onto the driver. So it's actually called a 1G lateral acceleration. Again, top speed at 202 miles an hour, 65% carbon fiber. What makes this engine really remarkable, though, is it will redline the RPMs. It will redline at 9,000 RPMs in just 0.6 seconds. So you turn the vehicle on, you want to show off to your friends, it's in neutral, you decide to accelerate and rev the vehicle. It's actually doing 9,000 revolutions in just 0.6 seconds. Just a little over half a second. It's achieving 9,000 RPMs, so very, very powerful. After we hand build the engine, Yamaha takes the engine to the acoustics department. And the way you would tune a piano or a guitar, Yamaha actually tuned the engine to make it sound just like an Indy car. So whether you're doing 100 or 160 or topping it out at 202 miles an hour, it's going to sound just like an Indy car running down the neighborhood. So it is really, really impressive. On top of that, we piped in the notes into the cabin at 3 different spots. At about 50 miles an hour, the rear spoiler will automatically deploy. It's a dual stage, split, hydraulically controlled spoiler. This is going to create an additional about 800 pounds of downforce back here. You're going to need it because this vehicle can do a 1G turn on the Fujimoto Raceway. And G is, believe me, that doesn't stand for grandma. When you do a vehicle that does a 1G turn, chances are you can't have a conventional oil pan. There's no oil pan on this. There are two pumps, dry sub pumps that pump oil through the whole engine system. That's why if you had a traditional engine with an oil pan, you go around a corner doing that 80 to 100 miles an hour, all that oil is going to get pushed to the side, and then there goes your engine. So the pump, you're going around the corner at 80 or 100 miles an hour, the pump is pumping oil throughout the whole engine, and that's why it's able to achieve that because of the two pump system as well as the tires. Take a look at these tires. These are 20-inch tires, specially formulated. These are made by Bridgestone, but they're called Potenzas. Z-rated, which means it's rated to withstand the 1G force. Otherwise, your tires would be pretty much explode if it were not. Take a look at the calipers. 15.2 inches in diameter. We put carbon ceramic. Those are carbon ceramic pre-drilled. 15.2 inches diameter in the rotors. Those yellow calipers are made by Brembo. 6-piston grip in the front, 4-piston in the back. You can go 0 to 100 instantly and back to 100 to 0 just as fast, believe me, because of these braking systems. Inside the cabin is all race inspired. Carbon fiber steering column, Roadster seats. We have carbon fiber panel, seatbelt integrated airbag. The pedals are hinged from the bottom and they're forged out of a single plate of aluminum, and they're pinned from the bottom. That's very similar to Indy style influence because of the way they respond. And we sliced off the bottom of the steering column because when you go around the corner, you want that wheel to come back to 0 degrees as fast as possible. That's why it's made out of carbon fiber, and that's why we sliced off that bottom. Also, for easier access in and out. The LFA, like I mentioned, we're going to hand build 500 in the world. Available in 10 standard colors, 20 customizable colors, anything that you want. 3 different finishes for the rims, 6 different colors for the calipers, stitching, leather, Alcantara, any color you can imagine, up to 12 inside. Mathematically, there are millions of combinations. Again, only 500 are going to exist worldwide, and we're never going to build another one again. And some of those special customizable colors, well, they're going to cost in excess of $25,000. There's a little preview of what this is going to cost you. So on that note, the LFA, or Lexus Fuji Apex, is going to start at a mere $375,000. Out of the 500, we're going to hand build 50 special edition Nürburgring Lexus Fuji Apex. They'll start at $425,000, and the price climbs incrementally. So if that's a little too salty for you, but you just want a brochure on the Lexus Fuji Apex, let me know. We're happy to send that out. That's why corporate sent me out here and sent us out here to give you information on this or any brochure. Other than that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the microphone over to the sound system of the LFA, or the Lexus Fuji Apex. And hopefully you folks will enjoy. This is the Mark Levinson sound system. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for stopping by here at the Lexus display. We certainly appreciate your presence. Any questions, let us know. Let me know. My name is Zach. Thank you so much.